Hello guys. I just started it a bit before so people can get in. I won't be talking that much. Well, I won't be explaining that much in the beginning until the stream officially starts, which is 8 p.m. sharp, so we'll be waiting a bit until then. I'll be just babbling random stuff. So yeah, this is the model I did in the past 2 weeks or something. And I did it in Fusion because I wanted to try it out. I heard it was awesome for some stuff, for some things like this. A lot of extrusions, intrusions, a lot of Boolean operations and stuff like that. I won't be getting into details right now because I'm waiting for the official start, so I don't have to repeat myself, so you don't guys have to listen to this twice. But yeah, basically today what we're gonna do, we're gonna show the high poly, show the end result which we are going for, the painted stuff, and then do a bit of modeling, do unwrapping, and then we're gonna bake and do some basic painting over it. We will see how things go, but that's the general idea. As you can see, this came from Fusion and it got flipped normals, so this part is broken, has to be re-imported because step files from Fusion don't really go that well into Max. They have to be brought in through Rhino or something like that. Then it works perfectly, but yeah, as you can see, this shading of this part is fine, but this one is completely broken, so we won't be doing that part today anyway, so we'll be focusing on the back part, which is basically this. So yeah, we got 10 more minutes and then we can start. In the middle bottom part of the screen you can see my key bindings. Hopefully it's not too small or too fast. You can see stuff I'm pressing and clicking. Hopefully that's gonna help. If anybody is interested in joining the creative community which does the French Foreign Legion mod, which this model has been intended for, you can let me know after the stream and I can give you a invite to the Discord server, and then we'll see what you can do and you get something to do, basically, depending on your strong sides and your preferences, of course. So I'm just talking randomly right now. I could sing, I guess, but I'm not that good of a singer, suppose. Yeah, this is a HK-417 marksman rifle used by the French Foreign Legion and French Army. It's a marksman rifle, it's a 7.62 caliber. Basically an AR, but a longer barrel, bigger diameters, bigger bullets. The same as 416, but different a bit. The magazine has been done as well. A bit of inner parts as well. Yeah. So I have to get this done and ready for Unreal Engine 4 and get it ready for Squad. The game, maybe if you have played it, maybe not. It's a fairly known game, I would say. Still in development, but getting better and better every day. So yeah, for more info about that, about the modding community and everything, you can check in the info of the channel. It's the Squad Modding France group, or the French Foreign Legion mod. We do like every couple of weeks a new release of work in progress, and then you can see what we've been doing for the past year and a half or something like that. So 7 more minutes and then we can officially start. But yeah, please don't be shy, you can write in chat. If you have any questions during the stream or have anything to add, comment or whatever, please write in chat. I appreciate it. I will try to respond to your questions if there is any. We'll probably do a Q&A or something like that after the stream. But we'll see if there'll be any interest with questions and stuff like that. But If you are interested, you can ask away. If it's something longer or more complicated, I will probably respond in the end of the stream. So yeah, please, if I don't respond, probably I didn't see it, so if I don't see it, please repeat it. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, basically we're still waiting for the people. Well, not for the people, but official stream time. 5 more minutes. Hopefully all of you guys know what unwrapping is. Oh, I know what you mean. It's wait, let me just do a quick demonstration of this problem. It's basically, if you got a box and you convert it to editable poly, you're saying about this. Switching between vertices and polygons and edges takes a while to update, right? Today, update came out, which apparently fixed it. I haven't installed it yet. This is the old version. If it hasn't been fixed, you can always move your viewport so it takes only one tab, and then it works much faster, much faster, as you can see. But yeah, I like it like this. I don't mind the speed, so it's okay. But when I go back to 2016 or something like that, it's much faster there. Yeah, it's not that smooth. I mean, I only got this rifle in it, but well, I basically do ArchViz, so game stuff is not really related to my work, so a lot of scenes we do can get pretty laggy, especially with the editable poly. Yeah, but as said, rescaling your UI to only take one tab works, and it really helps with this problem. There's a bunch of fixes online, but none of them really work because it's the max problem. So today has been the update has been released, but as said, haven't yet had the time to install it and test it. But apparently it works, so we'll do it probably this week or next week, something like that. Hello, Indy. Welcome, welcome. We're still waiting a couple of more minutes, and then we can begin with everything. Sorry, you're just boringly watching at my screen, so I'm just gonna move the rifle every now and then so you guys don't get bored while we wait. I don't want to show you the other tabs I have opened. We gotta wait for the official stream to start, so you will have to be bored until then. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, the bullets are missing. They're in the other file. But yeah, I don't know how much you guys use Unfold. Well, not Unfold, I'm sorry, RizomUV, but even this kind of a model wouldn't be a problem to unwrap in Unfold. In Rizom, this geometry is, I mean, Rizom doesn't really care. I mean, it does care about your geometry, it likes everything clean, but it's not impossible. We've been unwrapping a lot of 3D scans with just automatic seams and stuff like that, and it works perfectly. So I think Rizom is seriously one of the strongest tools out there for unwrapping. So yeah, I'm almost tempted to take this to Rizom right away, but nah, we're gonna do the nice clean stuff. It's much more fun, and you get way more control. So one more minute and then we can officially start, I guess. You guys can do a countdown from 60. Oh, there we go, a little bit of cheating. We need to fix that, but not right now. Doesn't matter right now. But yeah, this was done in Fusion. I kind of overdid some parts because kind of got carried away by the simplicity of the program, because you can really get a lot of nice details easily. So yeah, I'll probably don't need like half of this model. Some of the parts are inside modeled as well, so I won't be needing that, but it was pretty fun. Pretty fun and very fast actually to do. Excuse me, I just see. Try to see happening. Profile program? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, edit poly and editable poly is not it's not the same thing in Max. So it looks the same, but it's not. So a lot of stuff that work in edit poly don't work in editable poly, and vice versa. For instance, shortcuts and stuff like that. Okay, it's officially 8 p.m. So we're gonna start. So everybody, welcome to the first part of the hard edge UV mapping with RizomUV. Yeah, okay. And so my name is Ian. I'm from Croatia, from Zagreb. I'm a ArchViz guy. I do architecture rendering. So this is basically not my field, but I like to work on game stuff in my free time. So this is one of the models I did in my free time in the past 2 weeks or so. I used Fusion 360 to make it because I really wanted to test out the Boolean workflow, and I just wanted to give it a try. I heard Fusion is pretty good for hard surface, and it really is. It's pretty simple. I mean, this was done, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, about 2 hours a day or something like that. So it got pretty fast. I mean, it was the first time I was using the program, so I think if I did it now, it would be much faster. So the concept behind this, well, basically this is an assignment I got from the main guy who runs the mod of the French Foreign Legion. Basically, we are a modding community that does French Foreign Legion mod for the game of Squad, which is a FPS military simulator, basically. Still in alpha, I think, but it's getting there. So yeah, this is one of the random stuff I got off the list, and I started working on it, and high poly is now done. So I moved to the low poly, and that's pretty much it. So that's the whole concept behind this. So I'm doing this in my free time, trying to have fun, trying to learn something new about 3D, which is not related to ArchViz. So especially like baking and unwrapping is very different than unwrapping in ArchViz, because in ArchViz you don't have to really consider anything. You don't have to bake. You can overlap stuff. You can do a lot of stuff. Well, you don't have to care about a lot of stuff, which you have to care about when you do unwrapping for baking, texturing, and game stuff. So yeah, it's quite different. So the end result of today's stream will be this, probably. As you can see, this was a test unwrap I did, and some basic materials over it. I just wanted to see how the shading looks and stuff like that, and it looks quite alright, I would say. Even the silhouettes from this perspective, which will be the FPS point of view, looks pretty alright. There's almost no edging, so I'm quite pleased with this. Maybe this is not the AAA level or something like that, but yeah, I really doesn't matter, because I just want it nice and clean, and I'm doing this for myself. So it's not like I'm getting paid for this. So this is mostly like my free will. So I enjoy doing this. So, well, there's one problem going on here, and this is this part. As you can see, I have baked it. This black bar below it. But when you look at it from the silhouette, you can't see it. And basically the rifle looks like this. Oops, wrong button. There we go. So the rifle looks like this. We're gonna be doing the back part today, so the stock, the rubber part, the handle clip, whatever it is, and then the barrel holding the stock attached to the body. So as I said, this part is missing from the silhouette, so we're gonna model that one, and we're gonna model the barrel thing that attaches to the stock. So I can display you a bit of my process, how I did the retopology, and then we're gonna do an unwrapping of everything, of the whole thing. We're gonna bake it, we're gonna apply some basic materials, and that's probably it for today. We'll see how things go. So yeah, I'm just gonna minimize this, doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is the goal we're trying to achieve, and let's get started, I guess. So, hi Polly, let's just unhide all. I have some stuff already made from before, and I'm gonna hide everything else, so easier. So this is basically our stock part, which has already been modeled. I have modeled this part as well, but I haven't baked with it yet, so we have to unwrap this part, and we have to model this part completely from scratch. As you can see, it's not really perfect because it doesn't care, it doesn't matter, it goes inside, so it's fine like this. So let's get started with this. I'll basically start with a cylinder. Makes sense, I guess. Pretty obvious. Oh yes, of course. Max sometimes doesn't cooperate. So let's start with a cylinder, something like this. If you have any questions, please do ask away. I don't mind answering them. Just gonna position this to fit with this. If I skip something, please ask. So yeah, please communicate with me. I appreciate that. So yeah, this is basically the perfect size I need for the cylinder. If it's too fast, please let me know. I tend to sometimes mash buttons. So yeah, basically I'm gonna scale this. As you can see, my numbers, the rifle is not scaled properly, but doesn't matter for now. So yeah, let's just make a cylinder. Yeah, this long, I guess. Maybe like this. Oh yeah, we need more segments, right? So 8 is not enough. Let's try with something like, I don't know, 32. It's maybe a bit too much. Maybe not. 32, 24. Yeah, I'll just leave it at 32. I want a nice bake. I don't want to worry about stuff. As you can see, this is not perfectly centered, so we have to fix that first. But let me check if it's centered with the high poly. It's always the shadows causing problems. But this is not perfectly centered, so we're gonna lower this whole thing so it basically fits better. So yeah, something like that, I guess. We just want a nice even spacing in all directions. Something like that. So yeah. Let me just apply a different material to this so we can see better. Like that, and just, I don't know. Oh, of course, doesn't show. There we go. So yeah, now we can convert it to poly. I can remove the caps. This one. We can move this so it fits like that. And I think I'm just gonna leave this as a cylinder. I'm not gonna make any alterations to it. For instance, it's a bit narrower here. Maybe I could extrude it, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. Maybe if it causes problem, we'll see that later, and then we can always go back and fix it. So should be fine like this. This part, the lower part, it's basically a box. First thing, we're gonna try baking with just a box. I'm not gonna model this. It's not a capsule, but this rounded half circle thing. I'm just gonna do a flat plane over it and see how it goes in the baking. If it doesn't work, we can always come back and remodel it, add unwrapping and stuff like that. So let's just start basically like this, so it fits. There we go. Let me just place that in the center with this, like that. So we gotta place it nicely like that, convert it to poly. I'm gonna flip this because it's pointing up, so let's flip it down, extend this so it fits like that, and I'm gonna make this long as this cylinder right here. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be this long because this part is already in the stock, so it doesn't really matter. We're never gonna see it, especially not in game engine, so we can do this like that. Or we could, if we want to get nice chamfers, we should adjust this so it fits nicely and join it into a single piece. We could bake this as two pieces. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Maybe it will. So first we're gonna try like the lazier version, and then if stuff doesn't work, we're gonna improve upon that. So that's usually how I like to do stuff, because why waste time if something else works? So I just gonna move this like that. There we go. Something like that, I guess. Or we could connect it. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna imprint it. So let's symmetry this, flip it, make sure it's in the center. It is. Welding threshold is a problem because of my scale, but doesn't really matter. I'm gonna pull this out a bit, like that. Let's try imprinting this because I can't be bothered to cut by hand. Like this. Start picking. There we go. Oops, I'm gonna convert it back to poly. Select these. Wait, let's just... we should cut this like that, and I'm gonna adjust it so it fits nicely like that. And then we can delete this part, symmetry it. Oh yeah, we got a problem here, which is we need loops. So yeah, let's do it like that. Wait, oh, there we go. We don't need that one. So something like that should work. I hope. We will see. I'm sorry, maybe my voice sounds a bit different. I'm a bit cold. I had a cold today, caught a cold today, so... But yeah, should be fine. There we go, extrude it. A bit too far. Align it vertically, of course. Remove these. And then readjust it so it fits like this. Perfectly, I hope. Oh, as you can see, it's not symmetrical, which I don't really like. So we're gonna fix it right away before things get out of hand. I'm gonna replace the pivot in the center, and then I'm just gonna put this in the center here. So now it should be good. Autosave. Yes, I guess I'm just gonna move. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh, it's gonna break it. Yeah, of course. No, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I think should be fine. We can increase the baking distance and then shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully. If not, we're gonna correct it after. So yeah, basically this is all the modeling we're gonna do today, because these are all simple shapes. We can clean this up a bit. So we got a couple of edges here which we don't really need. Maybe this one and this one. Or no, maybe we can just collapse these two like that, and then weld this here and this here, and it should be fine like that. So we reduce the polygon count. We can even do this maybe like that. Yeah, perfect. Oh, great. I welded it in wrong direction. Excellent. Keep in mind this is a live stream, so mistakes happened. There we go. Like that. Like that. Okay. Hopefully it's gonna be good. So let's go to unwrapping. So we're gonna unwrap all of these guys right here. So to do that, I'm just gonna, first of all, I'm gonna save because we modeled it. Some Croatian people giving shoutouts. So yeah, it's gonna take a while because there's a lot of geo going on. But yeah, we can think about life while it's saving. There we go. Let's export this. Export selected. Oh, by the way, first of all, we have to make sure our pivots are in the center. There we go. I have accidentally changed my profile, so give me a second. On my mouse. There we go. So yeah, this is centered. This is in the symmetry plane, and this one as well. So it's fine. I recommend exporting as OBJs. Export selected, right? So let's see, where is it? Resume unwrapping. Export for UV. So let's call this, I don't know, stock for UV, and we're gonna use OBJ. Why OBJ? I would recommend using OBJ because it stores less information than FBX, which means less things can go wrong. So just do the normal export, nothing to click, nothing to change, just use OBJ and should be fine. In most situations it works. So let's have a look. So this is RizomUI for anyone who hasn't used Rizom before. This is the UI. You have two screens. You have 3D space and you have 2D space or UV space. So let's get started. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a, wait, just give me a second. I think this model is, yeah, we're just gonna reset it, no problem. So we go to files, you load a file. So here we go, export UV, stock for UV. And there we go, this unwrapping is very good. So here's our model. So if you're new to this program, it really depends where you're coming from which program. If you're coming from Maya or from Max, or I don't know, Cinema 4D or ZBrush or whatever, you're used to using different controls. for moving around, panning, zooming, and basic controls basically. So if you want to change that, there's a keyboard mouse customizer, which allows you to switch the controls to whatever app you're coming from, and it is going to be familiar to you. If not, you can just leave it at RizomUV and it should work just fine. If you're in the mood of learning new controls, why not? If not, just switch it to something you know. I'm using the Max version because I use Max, so kind of makes sense, I guess. Another handy shortcut would be E, which maximizes your viewport depending on which one you're in, or maximizes, unmaximizes. If you press Control E, well, if you press E and maximize something, and you press Control E, it's gonna switch to the other viewport without going back. So those are two shortcuts I use a lot. So let's get started. Basically, few shortcuts to get started. So F1, F2, F3, F4. So that's your F1 is vertex selection, F2 is edge selection, F3 is polygon selection, and F4 is island selection. Those are your standard ones. You should remember those. If not, you can change them right here. I rarely use UI by clicking on it. I mostly use shortcuts. So if I skip something, please let me know, ask, but in the middle of the screen at the bottom you can see all the shortcuts, so I'm pressing. So yeah, let's get started. How I like to do this thing called unwrapping. I basically just hide stuff for start. So H is for hiding. H. There we go. So I'm gonna start with this part first. I'm gonna maximize my viewport with E. So if you're familiar with baking, you're probably familiar with unwrapping for baking. It's quite different than just random unwrapping because you have to keep in mind about, well, it's very different for hard edges. You have to keep in mind where the hard edge is and you have to cut there. Usually my rule of thumb, which I usually cut on all polygons that have an angle stronger than 45 degrees. Usually. There's always exceptions, but usually I cut like that. So keeping that in mind, this one is very simple to unwrap. Basically what you gotta do is select these guys. Oh yeah, by the way, there's one more thing which is very handy, but not for this particular part. Yeah, I'm gonna mention it after. If you get too close, you can press F and it kind of focuses back whatever you're selecting. So F is a very handy shortcut as well. There's gonna be a orthographic view implemented soon, hopefully. They announced it, so that's gonna be sweet. Because a lot of people model in orthographic view because it's easier because of the scrolling in and out. Oh, by the way, if you hear any squeaking, that's my mouse. I apologize for that. Didn't have the time to make it not squeak. So yeah, I'm gonna make a few basic cuts, as said, on every angle, on every polygon that has an angle between the other one greater than 45 degrees. I'm gonna make a cut. So basically that's this polygon, these polygons, this, and this is a special element. So these guys are already cut. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I'm gonna cut this one in a strip, so I'll probably just use this one. Press C. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. Of course, C is for cutting, W is for welding. Makes sense. So C for cutting. Cuts are marked with orange color if you turned it on right here. If not, you can turn it off. So if you don't see any cuts, yes, with local symmetry, I'm not sure. I think so. Yes, I haven't been using it that much, but I have been using the normal symmetry, but not the local symmetry yet, because I don't know. I usually work with hard surface stuff for rifles and stuff like that, so they're usually symmetrical. So I didn't have the opportunity to use it, but yes, it has local symmetry implemented. So yeah, this is basically all the cuts we need for this part. So I'm gonna press E again, go back to my double viewport and go back to UV space. So there's three very important shortcuts which you have to use, well, you should use, and that's U, O, and P. So U, O, P. U is basically unfold, it's right here. O is optimize, and P is pack. So if I press U on this, it's gonna do this, which is nice. If I press O, it's gonna optimize it once. If you have a heavier mesh, we're gonna come to that later, but if you have a heavier mesh, then it's a bit more relaxing. You can just hold O. As you can see on the bottom left of the screen, it's calculating because I'm holding O all the time. When you're done relaxing stuff, you can press P to pack it nicely, like that. And this is pretty much fine for this piece. So how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna unhide everything, which is Y. You press Y, there we go. And I'm gonna move the unwrapped part to the side, and I'm gonna hide it again. So the thing I just unwrapped, I'm just gonna hide it so I know it's done. I don't have to look at it anymore. I'm gonna hide this one, well, this one as well. Let's go continue with this one. So yeah, as I said, 45 degrees. Well, I can't use symmetry here. Maybe I can. I think I can. So symmetry works. Oh, it doesn't work with this, of course, because I need a center edge to use it. But it works with the third part, so we're gonna use it there. So let's try something else. Let's not select edges. Let's select polygons instead. So pressing F3, you can choose polygons. So, but there's a lot of options. A lot of options. So for this one, for instance, so I don't have to select this and then this and then this and then this. You can use basically angle-based selection. So, oh wait, no, I'm doing it wrong. Great. Of course I'm doing it wrong. No, there we go. This should work. Yeah. So this is one island. I'm gonna press C for cutting. This is gonna be another island. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off. Sometimes it's faster for me to just select stuff manually. There we go. This is gonna be another island. This is gonna be one island, and this one is already cut, so we made all the cuts needed for this. Let's switch to this viewport. So Control A, select all. Yeah, I agree. As said, I really come from ArchViz, so this is not really my domain, as in I work 12 hours a day making game assets. I really don't. I do it in my free time, so the amount of stuff that happened to me during this is not probably the same as somebody doing it full time. So wait, I think I made a mistake. We have a, yes, there we go. I have 2 additional cuts which I don't want. So we just gotta relax this. So we're gonna press U, hold O a bit, and then press P, and it's good. Move it to the side again. Back to the double view. Wait, what happened? Oh, I welded it. Move it to the side, like that. It's good. Unhide old, Y, like that. And I'm gonna move it here. So it's easier to just select everything and press H again to hide it. So yeah, that was the easier part of unwrapping. I mean, these parts were pretty basic, I would say. Now this is maybe a bit more complicated, but when you understand the philosophy behind unwrapping, nothing is really that complicated, I guess. So yeah, all we want to do is cut on edges stronger than 45. So this model is symmetrical, and now we can actually turn our symmetry on. Excuse me. There we go. So symmetry is on, like that. So we don't have to double select everything. So I'm just gonna start randomly selecting islands which should be cut separately. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a couple of selections for start. and start hiding stuff. So there we go, this will be one cut, this will be another, like that. So yeah, as you can see, when I double click, it's gonna select the whole loop, and it's a problem because I want to make a cut like this, so I don't have to deselect stuff. I can always select this first and press C to cut, and now when I double click, it's gonna stay, it's gonna go only to the seam, it's gonna go further. There we go, like that. That's symmetrical. I have a hard edge here, like that. So now we can basically start removing stuff like this. As I said, U, O, you can hold O here, and P. There we go. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn it off. Wait, let me just pack this again so it's nicely packed. There we go. I'm gonna hide this, go back to 3D viewport. There we go. Turn symmetry back on. Symmetry is, by the way, Alt S. There we go. So you can flip it from one side to another side. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue with hard edges first, and then we'll figure out the rest of it. So there's a hard edge here, as you can see, pretty obvious. Gonna cut that. We're gonna make a strip out of it, so we need this cut as well. I'm gonna make a cut here, like that. Yeah, nicely symmetrical. And then we're gonna cut here, around and around. I am aware this is not the prettiest topology there is, but I don't think it really does matter that much, because it all goes into game engine, it all becomes a triangle anyway, so topology does matter, especially when importing stuff into Rizom, because Rizom is very like strict on topology. It's really gonna show you all the errors if you have something unconnected or floating around or unwelded. It's gonna pop up as an orange marker, and you're gonna see it, and it's gonna warn you there's a problem with your topology. So Rizom really likes nice, clean topology. But I don't have any problems, or otherwise it would be marked, so we would see it. So I'm gonna make a couple of more cuts here because these are gonna be strips. So yeah, let's select all these new cut. Whoops. Did we make a cut here? We missed something. That's right. It's right here. This bad boy. Let's see if there's any more. No, it's fine. So yeah, that and that. Are you selected? No, you are. Okay. Yeah, like that. So let's go back to UV space. Wait, I'm gonna kill my symmetry first. UOP. There we go. Packed it. Like that. Hide it. Like that. Back to 3D. So we're chunking away bit by bit. It's getting there. So yeah, a bit more. Oh wait, let's turn the symmetry back on. Alt S. Like that. I'm basically double clicking everything, selecting loops. So yeah, this needs to be cut. This one. This one as well. As said, my general rule of thumb, 45 degrees. Always works. Yes, there is. It does work. I wasn't planning on doing it here because I have a couple of very specific cuts which I will have to make. But yes, if you assign your smoothing groups right, and if your edges are good, you can do a lot of auto selecting. For instance, there's here it is right here, auto select box, or there's a lot of options on auto selecting edges. So I think you should play around, because there's a lot of seriously a lot of options what you can do with Rizom. I mean, I personally love it. I unwrapped some hell-looking topologies with no problem in like few seconds. Too bad I don't have an example here, but there were a couple of very, very bad topologies we had to unwrap, and it wasn't a problem. So yeah, we did that. Let's select that. There we go. So back to UV space, UOP. There we go. Move it on the side, hide it, go back, like that. Now we can. Yeah, let's just continue with this. So let me try. Is this gonna work? No. I'm doing something wrong with this. It worked nicely before. I don't know. I think I'm doing something wrong. So I'm just gonna do it the old school way, double clicking away. It's not really efficient, but it's not that bad actually. Sorry about my runny nose, but I tried to prevent it, didn't help. But yeah, as you can see, it's not that big of a deal. There's not a lot of edges. You can hum while you do it. Time passes faster, so. Yes, as you can see, Mr. Chopmeister in the chat, that's my boss, so you can ask him all about the 3D scan stuff we did. I don't think I have, maybe I can open it after the stream, but I have to find it first. I don't know where the file is, but it's ridiculous, completely ridiculous. Doesn't have a T of topology, it sucks, full triangle scan, rat's nests everywhere, but it still managed to get unwrapped with few clicks, so pretty satisfied with that one. It's not the nicest unwrap, but it works, so there we go. So this island's done. Let's select that one again. So UOP, the good one, hide it like that, go back. So now let's try selecting with this actually. Is this gonna work? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong with this? I'm not sure it worked earlier. Oh yeah, let's turn on the symmetry here, because this is gonna be a pain in the ass. There's a lot of these. Usually people tend to overlap UVs and stuff like that for some FPSs if you have a fixed camera angle and stuff like that, but I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know what it is. What's the flow selection for edges again? So you can double click for loops, selecting loops, but you can change that as well. Just give me a second, because I use a lot of shortcuts. I sometimes lose myself in the UI, so I know there's an option which you can change if it's gonna select the whole loop or it's gonna select just a part of it. But yeah, there's also auto select. As you can see, auto seams, full auto UVs. There's a lot of options to do it, depending if you have a hard edge or if you gotta, for instance, something very organic or character. Really depends on what kind of topology you're using. So there's a lot of options for most of problems that you're gonna come by. Rizom has a solution for that. I'm pretty confident of that. Okay, this is becoming a bit annoying because I'm doing something wrong. So You know what? The old school way always works. Hand selection. As you can see, I'm totally not utilizing all the awesome tools Rizom has. Some of them I do, some of them I don't, because I don't know, I'm just set in my ways. But yes, I challenge you to download it and try it because it is an awesome tool. So we're gonna cut that. See, there we go. I'm gonna kill the symmetry, select this island, and then press Ctrl I, which is inverse. Go back, UOP, there we go, move them aside, hide them. Yes, there is. You can also, let me just undo that. You can also stack similar, there it is, clone similar islands UV coordinates. So you can stack, for instance, all of these triangles. So they're symmetrical, right? The rifle's symmetrical. So each one of these has the same symmetrical version of it itself. So you can stack them, but I don't want to do that because we're gonna bake, and stacking polygons for baking is not really a good thing, I think, because if you ever did baking, you can understand. You can maybe do double channels or something, I'm not even sure, but yeah, there is a way. So I think you can just press this and no. Wait, I think I need to be on island selection. Oh, you really got me now. Anyway, it works usually. What am I doing wrong? You really caught me red-handed here. But yeah, this is the button. It's gonna auto-select and select similar. Just selecting. Oh wait, is it this one? Yeah, there it is, right here. As you can see, it's right here. As I'm telling you, there's a lot of option going on, which I'm not using because I didn't have any. No, it's not stacking. This is stacking, but this is selecting. As you can see, I'm just pressing Control M, and it selects similar stuff. That's it. So yeah, you can utilize that as well. I'm gonna hide this and continue, if that answered your question. So let's cut. Oh yeah, let's turn on symmetry again. Oh, the squeaky mouse. I love it. Let me see if I can. No, I'm just gonna double click it away. This way I get to talk more. Otherwise I would be done too fast and all of you guys would be so disappointed. So yeah, the good old-fashioned double clicking. So yeah, holding Alt will deselect stuff, holding Control will add to selection. So Control double clicking away, as you can see in the center of the screen. So yeah, there is faster ways to do this. I just wanted to show the basic workflow of it as we go along with tutorials. The tools and the speed of unwrapping will probably get faster because we'll start using different things. Is there a quick way to unfold cylinders with caps? Haven't tried it. Frankly, I haven't, but I mean, how hard can it be? I mean, you just fully select the center polygons, press C, which is gonna make cuts on the caps, and then you can select one random straight edge and press C and select all of them, UOP, and that's it. It's 3 clicks. Most of the stuff in Rizom is 3 clicks. So I mean, I don't know. I can't remember when I spent more than, I don't know, 20 minutes unwrapping something complex. I don't consider this complex. So yeah, it's very good. The release, the relaxing algorithm and the packing algorithm and stuff like that, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Compared to 3ds Max, it's uncomparable, completely different ball game. It's not even close. So yeah, I'm just gonna select additional edges inside these strips. Symmetry still on, gonna cut it. Symmetry off. Select this, invert. Oh, we forgot something here. There we go. So is this, wait, let me see if it's right. Oh yeah, we're missing one more. Right here. There we go. Yeah, now it's good. Now invert. UOP. There we go. It's up. Hide. Good. We're doing great progress. Very good progress. So, what we want to do here. I'm just gonna make a cut here. Oh yeah, let's turn on the symmetry back. Go to this side. So I'm gonna make this cut here. Oops, press F to focus so we can zoom again. It may not be the cleanest cut, but it will work. It will work good, I think. So for baking this, and of course we're gonna need the center cut. This one is the center. Oh no, this is center. Right here. So yeah, now let's, oh yeah, wait, we're missing only this strip right here. So yeah, turn off symmetry, UOP, there we go, move, hide. So yeah, now we can start cutting this thing. So yeah, you have to keep in mind about all the hard edges you have and all the soft and hard edges you want to keep or not to keep. So there is basically a hard edge, almost a hard edge here, so it makes sense to make a cut here. There's no hard edges here. Well, there is one here, but we'll see how it goes. So let's just minimize this. So let's select all of this, press U, hold O. As you can see, it's gonna start to overlap, right? Which means we need additional cuts. So it makes sense to make a cut here, because you can see this could be a cut, or we could make a cut like this, because this part, this small part here, has a different smoothing in the reference. It's really hard to show here. I don't have a reference here, but it does changes a bit right here. So I think maybe we should, I'm not sure if I should cut it like this or like this. I'm gonna do it like this for now. If it doesn't work, we can change it back after. So now we have two islands. So let's do that again. U, hold O. As you can see, the relaxing is ridiculous. Oops. Oh, there we go. I mean, no overlapping. If any of you guys are coming from Max, you can imagine how long would it take to get this relaxed in Max. I mean, it would take quite a long time. Oh, the squeaking again. And then this part should work just fine. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, here we go. It's right there. Hold O a bit so it straightens out. Then press P. So, we have successfully unwrapped everything. Now we need to pack it. But first we need to straighten some things out. Yeah, I agree with Chop. So yeah, press Y to unhide everything. And now we have everything unpacked, unwrapped. So first of all, let's try packing it just to get a nice layout to see how it all looks. So for testing, I usually use a 4K resolution. So you can set it right here. You can set your margins here and the spacing here between islands. You can use pixels or real units. You can set your texel density right here, which means you can click on a island, pick it from here, and then select all of them and then set the same texel density. Or you can just press P. And basically, I mean, for any sort of, for instance, for ArchViz, this is very good. I wouldn't have to bother with anything. Nothing. This would be just fine. Oh, here we go. As you can see, we have some stretching here. The red and the green and the blue. So that means this is the part where the stretching happens. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add additional cut right here. If it only looped, but it doesn't loop. Wait, is this the flat one? Yes. I'm gonna make a cut here. Or not. I'm not sure. Let's do it like this. Yeah, of course I forgot to turn the symmetry. I just have to select the straight one. Yeah, this is the one. So I'm gonna make a cut here so it relaxes better and we don't get any stretching on it. I don't want stretching. So press C, turn off symmetry and go back to both screens. So press F4 to select islands again and press P again. Oh wait, maybe we can... Oh, sure, I need additional cuts for this to work actually. Silly me, silly me. Let's turn the symmetry again. We can go by this edge right here because it's a natural seam, makes sense. Like that. So let's select these guys again. You hold O, it relaxes a bit, and then press F4 to select islands, it's important, and then press P. And then it packs them again. Yeah. So basically for ArchViz and stuff like that, this is perfectly fine. Everything unwrapped. Everything has the nice texel density, as you can see. Let me just kill all these so you can see the same texel density. The directions are not perfect somewhere. Well, almost are. Not all of them, but almost. But yeah, this will be pretty fine for ArchViz, I would say. I wouldn't bother to do anything else to it. But for game baking, it really matters to have those straight edges. Try to align them with the grid of the UV space. So we're gonna do that. So I'm just gonna try to straighten stuff out by hand. There's probably a faster way to do this, which I'm not aware of. So I'm just gonna do it by hand. I'm just gonna try to all the straight cuts to straighten them. Well, I'm gonna constrain them to vertical or horizontal axis. See right bot shell? This one? Oh, right, sorry. This one. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Yeah, so what you want to do, you want to try to make your boundaries straight as possible without getting too much stretching, so it's kind of a fine balance. So you got two types of constraints. One is, as you can see here, constrain edges horizontally, and this one is constrain edges vertically. Makes sense. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm gonna put it vertically. I'm getting there. Don't worry. Yes, it's not the same orientation. It will be. So we're doing the cleanup now. So what do you want to do? You want to straighten your stuff out. For instance, this strip right here, it makes no sense to have it so wiggly like this when you can have it like a straight line. Oh, do it now. No. It's getting done. So you have two constraints, vertical and horizontal. So I'm gonna use the vertical one here, which is Alt V, and the horizontal one is Alt T. So basically you wanna straighten stuff out without too much stretching. So You gotta sacrifice a bit of stretching for a bit of straightness, I guess, but it pays out. So I'm gonna make these guys horizontal, this one as well, and this one as well. These guys as well. So yeah, try to straighten the edges which you can. You can't stretch, oh, you can't straighten all of them, so yeah, don't overdo it, it's not gonna help. So this is basically the same selection. I'm gonna press the Alt T, no, sorry, yeah, Alt T is the horizontally one, is the purple one, and what else? I think these edges are fine. I don't need to, maybe I'm gonna straighten, no, I'm not gonna straighten this one. Well, maybe I am. I'm just gonna do it like that, because I don't want to do the whole one like that. So yeah, Alt V, vertical. This one as well. Oh, the squeaky mouse strikes again. So yeah, basically this should be fine. And now if I hold O, it's gonna straighten it and adjust everything else by the straight parts. Yes, it will be uploaded. This is being recorded live, so yeah, I'm not recording the chat, but yeah, it will be uploaded. My screen is being recorded, so should be fine. So basically what you want to do, as you can see, we got a little bit of stretching, but it's gonna help because of it being straight, and it bakes nicer. So I'm just gonna do this for anything I can. So everything that's fine, I'm just gonna move it to the side. And this is how I use the process of elimination, basically. So this is straight like that. This, let me check this. So yeah, this is not really straight, so maybe I'm gonna stretch it. Why not? Let's just test it. If it doesn't work, you can always go back. So yeah, we said this is vertical, and these guys as well. Small ones can get buggy sometimes, but generally it works fine. So this is gonna be horizontal. These guys, maybe this one as well, and this one. So Alt T, there we go. Just gonna hold O, it straightens like that. It's gonna stretch a bit, but should be fine. This is a bit of stretching, as you can see right here. So I don't know if I wanna have that. So I'm just gonna, oops, select these guys, and not unpin, but unconstrained edges, like that. There we go. So yeah, this one should be fine. This one is nice, no need to fix it. So let's start with strips, basically. There's quite a few of them, but it really goes fast. My god, the selection sometimes. Like that. This guy, this guy. These are straight. This one. So yeah, by the way, holding space and middle click moves things around. I forgot to mention those, but so yeah, let's select. Oh yeah, there's a very cool shortcut. Select similar edges, I think. It's Alt X. So as you can see, I have selected these. I'm gonna press Alt X, and it's not gonna select anything additional. That's nice. Yeah, okay. It will work on other parts, you'll see. So basically it's gonna save you a lot of time selecting stuff, but obviously not on these parts. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Alt C. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, I press Alt C and it's automatically selects these guys, so that's fine. So yeah, as we said, vertical, and then these guys are gonna be horizontal. Alt C. I'm just pressing it randomly as I select stuff like that. Nothing extra selected, that's good. So horizontal, let's straighten these guys out. So hold O, there we go. Perfect, you can press P to pack them together and move them, it's easier. This one's good, I'm gonna have to touch it. These guys are good as well. Let's see what else. And the rest will need a bit of straightening, I think. Yeah. So let's start, I don't know, this one. Basically this one just needs to be oriented, so you can make this horizontal and this vertical, and then although it's kind of straightening it out. There we go. Nice and straight. Like that. This one as well. So this one and this one horizontal. Oops, I pressed vertical. Horizontal. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading chat, so I'm silent sometimes. So yeah, holding O basically solves most of your problems in Rizom. For instance, this will be faster if I set this one to be vertical as well, and then now this is much faster. There we go. This one's good. This one, there's nothing much we can do about it. It is what it is. This one, maybe we can put here a vertical one so it's perfectly aligned, but it is already, so you can go here. These guys back. So yeah, let's do these guys. It is a bit of a tedious process, but it pays out, I guess, in the end, because you get I think you get nicer results. Well, it's been proven you get nicer results, so you can always challenge me and try it by yourself if you want. I'm gonna make these two vertical ones and not gonna touch the rest, just hold out so it kind of relaxes, but it's fine already. Let's do the bigger ones. So yeah, this is oh wait, is there a vertex here? I'm not sure, but it seems like there is. Hopefully not. So vertical, these guys horizontal, although there we go, straight, perfect. This one is straight already, so no point. This dude, yeah, good enough, straight. And now the small parts. Well, yeah, there's a bit more bigger ones, these guys. So yeah, let's do this one vertical, and we're gonna do this. No, I don't want to do that one horizontal and this one vertical. You have to put both on everything, so basically in 3D space, if you look at it, we're looking at this, so these edges are basically horizontal, so I can make them straight, all of them, like this. So yeah, same goes here. Like that. And that's it for this part, I think, for this piece. Like that. Hold O to straighten it a bit. Yeah, so that's all the major parts, I guess. Now what we got left is the triangles and some smaller parts. I'm not gonna straighten these two because I tried it before. Wait, I'm gonna show my Substance Painter. I tried it before and I got a bit of stretching right here, as you can see. Right, this piece. This is the cut. This is the polygon. So I want to avoid that. So I'm not gonna straighten it this time. So I'm gonna just put these guys to stand up straight like that. Whoops. There we go. Hold O. And yeah, this one is gonna be horizontal. Like that. Move those to the side. And now the small parts. The most fun parts of them all. This one's good. Gonna move it right away. We're gonna straighten all of these. So this one's good as well. I'm just gonna remove stuff which doesn't need any love. I could basically select similar ones, but yeah, I moved all of them already. So there we go. Let's do triangles. Oh, there's no similar ones? Kidding me? Yes, there is. Let's skip these guys. I'm just gonna move. I just want to separate them to see better, so it's more clear what's left, what's done. Like that. Because if you saw, I pressed select similar ones and selected the triangles and these stripes as well. So I'm gonna do this by hand. It's gonna be faster than trying to set it up to work perfectly. So yeah, these are basically the caps, and these are the strips. So we're gonna be pressing a lot of Alt-C here, I think. Wait, let's see if everything's oriented the same way. I don't think this guy is. So holding space and right click and pulling up and down is gonna rotate stuff. So I'm just gonna approximately rotate it like that for 90 degrees. I don't have to be precise because I'm gonna make a constraint anyway, so it's gonna auto rotate, auto straighten out, so there's no point. So let's see, Alt-C after every selection. Just gonna start auto selecting stuff, as you can see, which is very, very nice. Alt-C. Like that. Like that. Almost done. Because it doesn't matter, these parts are basically inside inside these holes, the strips inside, so nobody gonna see the stretching, but it's gonna bake nicer, so doesn't really matter. It's gonna be filled out with ambient occlusion anyway, so really doesn't matter. And that's all of them. So Alt V, all of these guys, and then we could basically select. Well, I don't think I need to make horizontal constraints for this. I'm just gonna hold it. It's gonna straighten out, or it's not. As you can see, some of them are not straightening. Whoops, wrong button. Alt-C. You know what, I'm just gonna select all of them and constrain them. It's not really that hard. It goes pretty fast. I'm sorry if I'm moving my screen too fast, but that's how I usually work. Almost there. Like that. And that's all of them. Yeah, so horizontal. There we go. Select them all. Hold O. Nice and straight. Press P to pack them nicely and move them aside. And now the triangles. Oh wait, we got this one as well. Whoops, wrong one. This one and this one. Like that. We're gonna wait, let me see which parts are these. So that's, what is that? Yeah, we can put on the wireframe, but oh, it's this strip. Yeah, we're gonna straighten those as well. So same thing. Oh god, come on. So Alt-C. Oh, doesn't really help. Right here. So vertical. Come on. Horizontal. Hold O. Whoops, we can. If it bugs out, you can always press U again, or hold it and then hold O, and it's gonna straighten out. gonna be better. So as you can see, we get a lot of stretching here, but I don't know if I want to care about this, because I think it's not gonna be visible. But if it does cause problems, we can always go back and redo it, I guess. Yeah, that's the thing about unwrapping. You never get it done from the first try, so you gotta kind of make sure you get enough will to do it a couple of times, because you'll be doing it a couple of times to get it nice if you want it nice. Oh yeah, we gotta straighten this part. This is the lower part under the barrel. I am gonna straighten this. You know why? Because I can. There we go. A bit of stretching, but who cares? Nicer bake. These guys basically have to be just we're gonna arrange them so at least one side of them is vertical or horizontal. Since they're irregular shapes, they can't be both, so I'm just gonna... Whoa, there we go. You see, Alt C, these are not really similar edges, so you gotta be careful with that. This sometimes selects similar stuff, but sometimes a bit of random stuff, so usually works pretty good, but sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just gonna align these big guys vertically. Okay, we'll do this left after. This side, for instance. What else? Do we have any more? So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, this is 5. Skip this one. Vertical. There we go. Hold O so they nice and straight. You can always unwrap them again. There we go. As you can see, it gets pretty repetitive, so... But, yeah, the way it is, you pretty much repeat the process all the time. And I'm just gonna make these guys. Let's see what Alt C gives us. Not much, so I'm not gonna use it. Just gonna hand select them. Make them nice and straight. I think there's an option for that to do it automatically, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to spend my time right now searching it. But I'll get back on that. I'll Google it before the next stream, so I'll have an answer for the next stream. So yeah, I just want to align these guys somehow. Doesn't really matter that much since they're inside, covered by ambient occlusion and all of that, so they're not gonna be really that visible. I just want a couple of straight edges. Well, you want as much straight edges as you can get, so because of the baking. Hopefully I'm not repeating myself over and over again. Please let me know if I do, because I'm basically sitting in a room solo and talking to myself, so it is a bit of hard to understand, well, figure out if you're repeating yourself or not. So there we go, I'm just going over this, guys. There's not much to it. I need to select at least one straight edge on every island. Whoa. Which one's left? Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Oh, they're pretty fast. These guys. Like that. Like that. Yeah, basically that's it. I'm gonna make them vertical. Select all the islands except this one and hold O until they kind of even out. Pack them. As you can see, they are nicely vertical. Move them aside. And this last piece, the final one, we can just leave it anyway rotated, so it doesn't really matter. Vertical, horizontal, although straighten out. That's it. Now we have unwrapped everything, and everything should bake nicely. We'll see that very soon. So we want to pack this. So let's do a basic pack first. I'm just gonna press B. So yeah, pretty good. This will get you a pretty nice result, I would say. already. But you can play around. It has a lot of options for packing properties. So I'm gonna increase the margin to like, I don't know, 10 pixels and spacing to 10 as well, maybe. Oh, sometimes it won't accept. Yes, there we go. I'm gonna make 10 mutations of packing and I'm gonna make it gold because, now let's make it high, because why not? And press P. And you wait a bit, as you can see in the lower corner. It's gonna try 10 different iterations of packing. Okay, I'll go for gold. I'll go for gold. Yes, to please the streamers. It's gonna be $10 donations if you guys wanna see the gold packing. I'm so sorry. It's only limited Twitch users, so I'm joking. I'm gonna go for gold. So yeah, this is very nice. It fills out everything. As you can see, stuff is trying to be nicely even and straight. But yeah, let's go for gold. Here we go. It's gonna be so amazing. Yeah, the gold package is $10, guys. Sorry. I just have to blur this one out. So yeah, it's packing. It's pretty fast, as you can see. Yeah, the difference is enormous. It's insane. Totally worth the $10. Now you can maybe play around with the spacing a bit to fill this out a bit. I don't know. We can. So that's why I wanted to try with high first until I get something nice, and then I don't know. Let's try a bit of more spacing, 15, and just pack it again to see how it goes. Maybe we can fill this out better, because it's the tighter pack is not always the best pack, because the better layout wins always. So if it's a bit wider, a bit less space utilization, but better looking, it's gonna usually work better. But yeah, there's really no difference. This is not vertical, so, but I don't care. It's fine. It's not gonna be noticeable. So yeah, let's go for gold again, and I'm gonna put this back to 10 because it worked perfectly. It was fine. Let's go. Let's go. Back. So yeah, here we go. You can see we're hour 15 in the stream, and we have already... Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. I mean, these results, I really can't complain. As said, I'm not a AAA game professional. I do this for myself and I enjoy it, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to spend that much time packing stuff by hand, because it's an algorithm and it's gonna try 1,000 different combinations and it's gonna find the best one usually. So it's pretty good. I would say. So there's no point of me trying to compete with it. I mean, yeah, you can always get stuff done better by hands. As you can see, I got a bit more space here, but it doesn't matter because we're modeling a whole rifle which will have only one material, and I'm gonna repack this stuff again. So yeah, I don't value human contact. I prefer robots. Sorry. But yeah, I'll have to repack anyway, so there's no point of me to pack it by hand right now, because all I want to do is unwrap it, see if it bakes perfectly, and then move on to another object, another part of the rifle. And that's how I'm gonna utilize this process of elimination until I get everything nicely unwrapped and everything nicely bakes, and then we can talk about bigger packing or even UDIMs like multi-tile packing and stuff like that. But yeah, I wanna yeah. So let's save this. I'm gonna save it. So now it's saved basically on this. It overwrites the model we imported, which is this one, stock for UV. But for this case, I'm gonna save a new file just in case. You never know. So save as stock for UV, stock unwrapped. There we go. So now we can minimize this. So what we want to do now is I'm gonna delete these parts in max. Wait, I'm in perspective mode. which I don't appreciate. There we go, you can go hide yourself. I'm gonna delete these parts, the low poly, because I'm gonna re-import the mesh we just did. Because I wanna export it as... Yeah, dude, use the bridge. Have you tried the bridge? It's not there yet. It doesn't work always, so I kind of stopped using it a bit ago because sometimes it crashes, sometimes it managed to bug my unwrap, so I had to redo it. So I just kind of skipped it until it gets released by like an official one. I know it's amazing. I used to use it, but I don't anymore. I will when it gets released again. So we're gonna re-import that, which I just unwrapped. This OBJ should be just fine. I'm not gonna retriangulate anything. Editable poly. It doesn't have to be a single mesh. Oh, cool. This, oh yeah, now this is lovely. Of course I get an error. Let's try this in a I know guys, but it is amazing in Maya. It's not in Max. At least not like a month ago when I tried it, so I really didn't wanna oh, trust me, it happened with the bridge before a lot of times, so I will use the bridge through this whole tutorial. Not this part, but on some other part we'll utilize the bridge as well. It's a second step of learning, so yeah, for the past week, but I tried it like a month ago, it didn't work, so I didn't try it this week. Yeah, I can say that. So let's try to import this into a new one. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't, so hopefully it works. Why are you trying to retriangulate this? Oh, great. I love this. Let's try this one. Oh my god. Now this is a proper stream flop when my files don't work. Wait, maybe there is a problem with this. I mean, they should all work. Yeah, it's an OBJ problem, but I have somehow managed to solve this thing, but I forgot how. Now this sucks. This seriously sucks. Because this is not gonna bake properly in Substance, I think. But we can try. Why not? I can't remember how I managed to... Wait. Backwards... Yeah, OBJ usually works better than FBX. Let me just try a couple more things, but if not, we're just gonna skip it. Try to... Yeah, great. I love you too. Okay, let's try this. Let's try to save this as an FBX. Or, yeah, this one. Pum 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 pum. We're gonna trick him. We're gonna trick him. Let's see. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh god. This is excellent. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna so let's edit normals, right? Oh, nice normals, man. Unify them and convert this to poly. This is fine, but is this in the real location? I'm not really sure. It is. Great. Now we're gonna use a super special script made by Mr. Chop. All of you should shake in awe. We're gonna press a magic button and teleport it from this 3ds Max to this 3ds Max. Would you look at that? That's amazing. Amazing. One of the best tools we have in-house, and we use it non-stop. So what we want to do for baking, I would say assigning one smoothing group works the best. I read it somewhere once and I tried it and it works the best. I don't know why, can't really explain. because I'm not that knowledgeable in it, but yeah, I know. Yeah, wait, what? It's called a secret teleportation from one max to another max. Pum pum pum. So let's try that again. Wait, let me just delete this. So this is my high poly max, right? Doesn't have any low poly. And this is a second instance of max, right? It doesn't have anything else but the thing I just imported in the FBX. So I'm gonna press the magic button right here, and it's gonna reappear right here. Click. That will be $10,000 if somebody wants to pay, no problem. You can talk to Chopmeister, he's watching the stream, so you can forward all your inquiries to him. So we want to bake this separately, so this part's gonna be on its own, this part's gonna be on its own, and this one on its own. I'm just gonna assign one smoothing group to all of them because I can. And now it's all one smoothing group. There we go. I'm gonna name them properly, so this is gonna be stock low. Wait, I have to check how I name my high polys. This is handle high, so this is gonna be handle low, like that. And this is pipe high, and this is gonna be a pipe low, like that. There's a free script for copy paste on script spot. It's not quite the same because we use this not just locally, we use it through our whole office. So my boss from the second room can send me his stuff from his max to my max. It's gonna reappear at the same location and everything, so I guess. I haven't really used it, so I can't argue with that. So yeah, I'm just gonna export this as export selected. So painter export. I'm gonna call this back low, and we're gonna export FBX, and we have to turn everything off except smoothing groups, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's not up to me, guys. As said, you can ask Chopmeister, he's watching the stream, he's in the chat, so Chopmeister, please do respond. We're gonna export this as back high, like that. We gotta remember to preserve edge. This tangents be normals. I'm never sure about this option, but no, it's not up to me. I'll get fired, man. So yeah, I can't really. This is all company stuff. It's a super secret teaser. I'm just showing you this, so nobody else knows about this. So you guys have to be quiet, not tell anyone. So yeah, we're exporting the high poly one. It's gonna happen eventually, hopefully. So here we go, guys. We have finally managed to export our FBX of the high poly and the low poly. Now we are ready to import it to Substance Painter and check our bakes. So let's just start a new file. We're gonna make it 4K because we can. So we're gonna import the low object, DirectX. This is all fine. Here we go. Everything's in. Seems perfectly broken, which is great. Now let's go bake. So bake mesh map. First of all, let's try with normal map first. Make it 4K. We're gonna import our high poly. Diffusion, we're gonna put it around 10. And distance could go just a bit up, so maybe like 0.05.
and of course match my mesh name. And this should be good for a test. Let's give it a try. There we go. There we go. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. Level of details is nice. There is no errors. Oh, maybe this one. But it's a minor thing and I'm not sure if it's gonna be visible. I'll probably fix it in the last tutorial. I'll just go around and fix all these smaller miniature things. But everything else looks fine except this part, which has distortion on it. So for the final bake we'll probably do it in Substance Designer and then we can remove the distortion from projected stuff. But everything else looks quite alright, so I'm happy with the result. So I'm gonna add additional maps. Just gonna switch ID to mesh ID, and the rest seems fine, I guess. Let's bake all the additional maps. So gonna wait for that a bit, not too long. And after that we're ready for texturing basically. We'll give it a try. We'll add some simple materials to it to see how it all looks. Almost done. Almost done. Let's see. Come on. Almost done. And the last part, come on. There we go. Everything baked in. Ambient occlusion. Oh, you see some bit of breaking here because we have a cut here. These edges are a bit too hard, so maybe I will bake this part in the final version in Houdini with round edge shader imported to the high poly mesh. It should help out to ease out all these hard edges. I don't want to go back to Fusion to modify my high poly, so we'll just fix it later. But everything else looks fine, so all of our maps are here. So now we can start by just simply splitting the material. So I don't know, let's start with steel gun matte. So we're gonna put a black mask to it and then add a color selection mask, which will basically be this part. So this looks fine. The noise of this material can sometimes stretch out. I don't know why, but sometimes it happens because our UVs are not stretched. So sometimes because the way it's set up, so it has to be fixed. But we're gonna leave it like that for now. Now let's add another material. For instance, we can go with rubber tire. Gonna add a black mask, and then we're gonna paint in this back part. We're gonna turn on the symmetry, which is right here, and now we can use our white paint. We need to add a paint layer, of course, but we're gonna make a harder brush, smaller brush, and now we can just There we go, a small bottleneck, but I'm just gonna do this rather quickly because this won't be a full paint anyway, so just for the sake of presentation, just gonna paint it in real quick. So if I make mistakes, I'll do it again anyway, so because there's no point painting now, because we're gonna do another unwrapping, packing and everything, so when we finish the whole model, so there's no point in making all the details now because everything is going to change anyway, so there is no really point in doing that. So I can just pull straight lines, I guess. Maybe not, but let's have a look. Maybe like this. No, like that. Yeah, it should be fine. And there we go. Just gonna paint it in quickly. Like that. I'm sorry about my nose, guys, again. I'm not getting any healthier so far. But what you gonna do? It is what it is. So we have done the margin. Now we can try to paint the rest. So let's just go with maybe we can use our polygonal paint, fill, whatever it is. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's the back facing. Great. Can we turn it off? UV chunk fill. Yes. Oh yes, this is nice. I like this. We're just gonna do these guys as well. Whoops. Oops. Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it doesn't. So far, works good. There we go. Did this get symmetry? It did. Nice. There we go. Now we just need to paint the rest, so this will be rather fast. Symmetry on and just go over everything. Just to get the basic mask on. And then after that we can do a lot of layering and scratching and denting and wear and tear and everything else. There we go, like that. Just a quick masking basically. I always recommend you guys to work with masks in Painter because they're basically non-destructive, so everything is set up for your mask. You can always change by changing the mask, so also use anchors as well. And there we go, getting in, almost there. If I miss something, doesn't matter. As said, we'll do it again. There we go. This part is good. Oh my god, no, this part is not good. So we're gonna fill with black, change our mask. So let's go with this, like that, like that. There we go. Perfect. And now what we can do, so we're gonna put rubber tire, let's see, mate, we're gonna go on top, or rubber tire will go below. There we go, like that. And then below that we can put, for instance, I don't know if this is steel, I think it's plastic, so let's just put which kind of plastic? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna put some random preset, so let's see what happens if we put the stained one down. We'll give some sort of variation, I guess. Because this rifle will be very interesting to paint, because basically I'm working with 5 or 6 variations of black, so it is what it is. So subtle changes in color and specularity and metalness and everything else really help a lot. As you can see, you can already tell this is 3 different materials, although they're very similar. And I'm gonna put, wait, let me just add a black mask. Like that, and then we're gonna put on color selection. Come on, man. Come on, baby. Work for me. There we go. Color selection, pick color. Green. Yes, but because we have our rubber tire with the painted mask above this layer, this stayed rubber, of course. Works same as Photoshop, so. And now we need just another plastic material, which can be maybe this one, but we'll have to change the color. Let's give it a look. I just want the basic setup so you guys can see that everything works. So I don't like this color and it's too matte and everything, but doesn't really matter. We'll just use this one for now. So come on, let's just make this black, darker. Like that maybe. And now this is looking good. So to wrap things up, everything worked fine. You can rewatch the tutorial and you're gonna see all the steps we did. If you have any more questions, please email me or contact me on ArtStation, Discord, whatever. You got all the links on my Twitch channel. And I'll see you guys again on the 29th of December. Probably the same time, I think 8 p.m. my local time, so we'll post the banner as well, so you'll be notified. But yeah, for the next tutorial, please join us next time and see you guys then. Bye.